All right, so Viz Media just dropped a huge boatload of announcements today. I was making another video and I didn't see this until after I finished doing the audio, but there's a bunch of really cool stuff coming out in the fall of 2022 that I just had to talk about it, and I'm going to go in order of what I think is really important. I'm going to cover everything, but I'm not going to go into depths or go into detail on every single series because there's a lot of it I don't care, but there's a lot of it that is really cool and I'm super excited for. So I'm going to jump into the Shonen Jump stuff that they are releasing in the fall of 22 physically in English. My personal favorite thing that I'm super excited for is Dandadon. They are releasing and these are all fall 2022 releases, but Dandadon is getting English physical release later this year, and I am so excited for this, guys. I talked about this a little bit on my plan to read list video that's coming out. I was working on it, and I'm jumping this ahead, so you guys will see. I talked a little bit about this, but this is a series that I'm super excited to get into. I can just tell I'm going to love it, but I've just been waiting for chapters to pile up so I can binge read this series. But I'm so excited that they finally announced that this is coming out in English. I'm not surprised because it's doing very well in Japan. I think I don't know if it's the first volume or like all of the volumes sold like 700,000. There are like 700,000 copies in circulation, which is like really good for like, it's only like 3 volumes in. It's on the Shonen Jump Plus app. It's not even in the main magazine, and there's no anime. It's selling incredibly well. As soon as this gets an anime, which I know it will, this is going to pop off, guys. Like I said, I haven't read this one yet. I've been waiting for chapters to build up. I am super pumped. I'll probably wait till the first volume comes out to read it and then catch up with the series, which is normally what I do for a series I'm excited for. But yeah, Dandadon Volume 1 coming out in fall 2022. This is my favorite of the announcements. Next up is Mission Yuzakura Family, which I thought was going to be stuck in the digital exclusive lineup forever. I was convinced if it didn't release in the previous announcements, so which would be for the spring of this year, that they weren't going to release it in English. But I guess it's doing better. It's getting strong enough sales and it's popular enough in Japan that they decided to pull it from digital only. And not that it's coming off the digital marketplace, but they're going to also print it in English as well. So this is a really exciting announcement. I thought this one was stuck in digital hell, but it's coming out in English, and that's super exciting. I'm going to do the same thing with Dandadon, where I'll probably wait to read this one and probably catch up with the series, and I'll have plenty to read. There are over 100 chapters now, so this was really exciting to see, guys. Next up, this was no surprise to me at all of how popular it is in Japan, and of the new gens, this is probably the best one. And I know new gen is kind of like a liquidish term now because it's like, what is technically new gen? And I don't mean like new gen like in the last couple years. I mean like in the Shonen Jump line. It's one of the newer, really popular series. But Blue Box is finally coming in fall 2022. On Instagram, I know Nezuko's Republic, she loves this series, and it looks awesome. I've heard nothing but great things. I'm hoping to get to this one this year, but I don't know. I'll get the first volume for sure and check it out, and then probably binge read it, and there'll be plenty of chapters. I think it'll be well over a year at that point, and I like to wait for a whole year before I start a new series. This was no surprise at all. This is super exciting. It's super popular, and I know a lot of people are going to be happy about this announcement. Honestly, this next one, I was shocked that they even announced this one for physical release, but this is Hunter's Guild Red Hood is getting out. This one got canceled. I know it was really popular in English, so that's probably why they're releasing it in English. It obviously didn't do well in Japan, but over in the States, I think it got a lot of reads on the Shonen Jump app. That's the only thing I can think of. It did get a little bit of a buzz when it was being serialized, but this one actually got canceled, so that's why it's such a shock to me that they brought it. But I guess it did well enough on the app that Viz Media thought, hey, we can just print like 2 volumes or 3 volumes of it, make a little chunk of change, and please the fans a little bit, because I know a lot of people are really disappointed that it got canceled. But Shonen Jump caters towards the Japanese market, so this is really cool for those people who are really excited for that. The art's really cool. I don't know too much about it. I know Boichi praised the art, and if you guys know Boichi, his art is amazing. You can really see the Hunter's Guild Red Hood it does have good art. It's unique, it has really good character design, so I'll probably pick this one up. It's short, I'll read it, but this is super cool. Super exciting now for those who are really excited for this series, really enjoy this series when it was serialized. So that's all for the physical releases of Shonen Jump series that they are bringing out in fall 2022. Now I'm going to go into Shonen Jump related series, whether it be light novels, short story collections, etc., that I'm excited for. We have My second favorite announcement from this, Look Back, the short story one-shot that Tatsuki Fujimoto did. They are releasing that in English. I bought it in Japanese. I figured they were going to release it in English, but I really wanted to have it physically just in case. So I have it in Japanese, but I'm definitely buying this in English. I don't have anything else to say. If you haven't read this, it's really great. It's definitely, I don't want to say it's not as good as Chainsaw Man or Fire Punch, but it's a lot shorter, but it's a really, really well done single chapter one shot. It's just really fantastic, and I can't recommend it enough. It's a lot different than those two. It's more tame than the other two works he's done, but it's still very Tatsuki Fujimoto, and the message and meaning behind it is very, I'm gushing about it, but it's my second favorite announcement that they announced here. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up, but this was really awesome announcement. Next, we have the Promised Neverland short story collection, which I'm assuming covers the single chapters about the specific characters they did shortly after the release, or shortly after the conclusion of the Promised Neverland. I really like the Promised Neverland. I know a lot of people hated on it after the Goldie Pond arc. I thought it stayed pretty good until the very end, although it definitely wasn't as good as the Goldie Pond arc. That was definitely the peak of the series, but this is really great. This is awesome. I can't wait to get this. And again, if you're a fan of the Promised Neverland, you got something to look forward to. Next up, we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, The Spoke Rohan Kishibe, a spin-off. I'm assuming it's a spin-off and not a short story collection, but a spin-off of Part 4 Diamond is Unbreakable starring Rohan Kishibe. If you're a JoJo fan, you're probably going to buy this. You're going to have this pre-ordered immediately. I haven't got to Part 4 yet, so I'm excited. I'm planning on reading that this year. That's on my PTR video that I'll be talking about and stuff like that I'm going to get out. And but yeah, this is really great news for JoJo fans. Hopefully I can get to it this year and also read it. I'll probably pick it up on launch, and then if I haven't got to it yet, I'll read it eventually. You know, JoJo fans, you guys be getting a lot from Viz. You guys be eating good this year, so another thing to look forward to. And lastly, for the short stories and side stories, we have 2 light novels, Jujutsu Kaisen, Sorcery and Curses Abound. It'll be one series that takes place over 2 light novels, so if you're a fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, more story, more backstory, and more stuff to enjoy here. I don't read light novels. I'll probably pick them up. I'm not against light novels. I prefer manga. I really want to read the Bakemonogatari light novels, so I'm trying to get to those. Those are like my priority for light novels, but I love Jujutsu Kaisen, so I'll probably pick these up eventually. Probably not right away, unless I find them for a good deal. But anyway, this is really cool. If you're a fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, you got more story to read. These announcements are just on fire today. It's incredible stuff, guys. Hey, quick insert here, guys. I totally missed this because it was at the bottom. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba light novels called Flower of Happiness, One Winged Butterfly, and Signs from the Wind. So 3 different light novels of Demon Slayer. I haven't read Demon Slayer, but I know Demon Slayer is huge and there's a lot of fans. So if you love Demon Slayer, there's even more lore and more character stuff and more stories for you to experience as Demon Slayer. Just wanted to insert this in really quick because I know people were going to say something or just you'd be like, how'd you forget Demon Slayer? I guess it was the first thing they announced because I totally missed it. But yeah, there's some Demon Slayer light novels, stuff to look forward to as Demon Slayer fans. And then next up, we have the digital only series. So the smaller, shorter series that didn't do as well or got canceled in Jump that they are going to have digitally available but not physically available. And first up is the comic, which is by Takahashi Kazuki. I didn't know that. It's the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! I've heard of this series and I've seen it a little bit, but I knew it didn't do well in Jump. But I had no idea this was Takahashi Kazuki's another work of his. The art is completely different than than his Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. So I just had no idea. This is definitely one I'm actually interested in checking out now because of now that I know that. But it's a shame. I wish this had done better, or maybe it came to a conclusion early on. I don't know. I knew a little, like I said, I heard of this series and I knew it ran in Jump, but I just know it just ended pretty early on. So I don't know if it didn't do well or he just wanted to do a short series. That's a really cool announcement. If you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! And you didn't know about this, like I didn't know about this, you have something to look forward to if you don't mind reading digitally. Another one that's gonna definitely upset some people, but Phantom Seer is going digital only. Unfortunately, I thought maybe they would have brought this one. I mean, not anymore since it's been gone out of the magazine for so long, but maybe shortly after there could have been some hope. As you see, as we talked about earlier, Red Hood is getting a physical release, but not Phantom Seer, probably because it went on a little longer. I think it got 5 volumes versus like 2 or 3 that Red Hood did, but I know a lot of people were really bummed that this series didn't last as long. It got canceled really prematurely, but I don't know, man. That's just the way it goes sometimes. It's unfortunate, but if you really want to support it, you can buy it digitally. That'll be available. These are summer. I didn't mention that. These are summer releases. They're going to come sooner than the fall announce, though. These are summer 2022. Next is Build King. For anybody who was a fan of Build King, I didn't read it. I thought it looked dumb. Personally, it's just like Dragon Quest, but in manga format. It didn't do well. I like Toriko, but I don't know. I wasn't crazy about this, and neither was a lot of people. So if you're looking forward to Build King, that's also coming out in summer 2022. And then finally, for digital exclusive, there's I Tell C, which, again, I didn't care for. A lot of people didn't care for. But if you're a fan of it and you like digital manga or you want to support it anyway, you can get it digitally in summer of 2022. And so that wasn't everything that they announced. That was what I really cared about. But I want to go through the bigger stuff that they announced that other people might be excited for. There's another Junji Ito work coming. It's called Black Paradox. That's releasing in fall 2022. Quick synopsis: it's a sci-fi thriller about 4 people in search of the perfect death. Sounds kind of interesting. I haven't read any Junji Ito. I need to change that, but every time I go to read something, it just keeps getting pushed back. And hopefully, I try to read it always around Halloween, but I never get to it. But if you're a fan of Junji Ito, you got something to look forward to. This sounds pretty interesting. I don't know if this is a new work or it's just something they're publishing in English for the first time. But you have that to look forward to. Another Junji Ito work. The other kind of big non-Shonen Jump related announcement is Drip Drip, a one-shot manga by Paru Itagaki, who is the creator of Beastars. So if you really like Beastars, this is the creator. I think it's her previous work as before Beastars. I don't know if it's like her first ever thing or just like the thing she did right before Beastars, but I believe this is one of her older works. So if you really like Beastars, that's something to look forward to. I haven't got into Beastars, but I hear great things, and I really do want to get into Beastars. It's just there's other things I've been reading at the moment and trying to get to before Beastars, but I definitely have my eyes on Beastars, and I definitely be checking this out. It's only a one shot, so it's going to be one volume. I might even get it if I find it on sale and see what the creator has to offer. And I know if this is one of her older works, sometimes older works aren't always indicative of the creator's writing style at the current moment, but I'm excited. This one looks cool. It sounds interesting. I know the Omnibus Collector really liked this series. I think he read it online, and he's been wanting this, so he'll be happy about that, along with other Beastar fans, of course. Lastly, I meant to talk about this with the Shonen Jump stuff. I got a little sidetracked, but there's a cool little Shonen Jump guide to making manga, which features commentary from Ichiro Oda, Tite Kubo, Kohei Horikoshi on just the process of making manga for Jump or making manga in general, which I've seen a Japanese version. I might actually have the Japanese version. I can't read out of it, but it's a kind of cool little self-help book that they're also offering. It has Shonen Jump creators, giving their commentary and just kind of their point of view and tips and tricks on how to make manga, which is pretty cool. It's not manga related, or it's not manga itself. It's just manga related. It's a little cool thing if you're an artist or writer and you want to make manga or Shonen Jump like manga thing. So there is that. And then there's 3 other series that I don't know anything about. I don't know if they must be pretty popular if they're getting physical releases, but I don't know anything about them, so I can't really give my opinion. But the first one is called Are Mer People Real? Mermaid Scales and the Towns of Sand by Yoko Komori. So if you know who that is, I don't know if she's done anything before. I'm not familiar with this work, but there's that. That's coming out in the fall of 22 as well. There's also Rainbow Days by Minami Mizuni coming out. Again, I don't know anything about this. I don't know who that is. If you know that artist, cool. There's a new work coming in English. And then the last thing is Romantic Killer by Wataru Momose, which is coming in fall 22. And this is a full color release, so that's really cool. Again, I've never heard of this series. Oh, it's a Jump. Okay, so I was seeing it's a Jump Plus series. Never heard of it, but it's coming out in full color. If you're excited for that, there you go. You got something to look forward to. And those are the announcements, guys. These are insane announcements. Very, very Shonen Jump heavy announcements, which is awesome. I love Shonen Jump. I know a lot of people love Shonen Jump. There's a lot to look forward to in fall of 2022, and my wallet's going to hurt, guys. I'm sure all your guys' wallets are going to hurt. So that's the news for today. These just dropped today. Like I said, I was in the middle of making another video, so hopefully there's something you guys are looking forward to. There's a lot that I'm looking forward to. There's a lot that I know a lot of other people are looking forward to. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to. I know I'm looking forward to Dandadon and the Look Back one shot. Or let me know if there's anything that they didn't announce that you really want them to announce in the future. I'd love to do a predictions video for the next one. I guess it would be spring of 2023. They drop these at such random times. It's hard to give space between announcements and predictions. So if you guys want to see me make a predictions video of spring of 2023, let me know, because I would love to do that and kind of just speculate on what Viz Media is going to announce. But yeah, leave them in the comments, guys. Thanks again. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. I hope you enjoyed, and peace out.